Hi, welcome to the Book Lab. I'm Björn, and this is the BookLab Report. And the topic today is going to be money and how to stay calm in a broken world. I have a bunch of book recommendations for you, so let's jump right into it. I want to recommend a few books on wealth and money. The topic has been on my mind recently because, as a lot of countries these days, we suffer from inflation here in Sweden. It's probably the first time because we had a pretty good run for the most of my life. I'm 40, but it's always troublesome when you find that your life savings are just worth half of what it was a few years ago. And you start to think, right? Why is that? Why? How come? How could this be? For me, money is a way to save energy in a way. You put a lot of effort into your work and you get money in return that can unleash energy elsewhere, right? They can take my money and hire a carpenter, for instance, and they can build a new kitchen for me. So I transfuse my energy through my work into money that I can unleash in other parts. But if that energy, like the laws of thermodynamics, evaporate while I have them stored in my money or my bank account, that's kind of a problem because it makes us short-sighted, right? Because it incentivizes us to spend that money further rather than in save it up for big future plans. So recently I've been reading more fundamental texts about the economy, like Adam Smith's The Wealth of Nations. It's a really good book actually, and it's his arguments for why free markets was the engine of a fair and productive society. It's good to know. It's kind of hidden why things are as they are. So it's good to go back through history and kind of figure those things out. What is money? What is an economy? What is a free market? All of that. And markets are full of bubbles as well. So it's good, and things change all the time. But there are some things that doesn't change. So this is not an economy book per se, but it's Same as Ever by Morgan Housel, a guide to what never changes. And it's good to know about the cycles in the economy, in the world, things that are reoccurring patterns throughout history. And a good way to read up on that or get an introduction to that is this very accessible book. Morgan Housel also wrote a book called The Psychology of Money, which is a really good basic book about money and how it impacts our psychology. And it also has a very sober look at financial advice, etc. The gist of it is he suggests that we should adopt a strategy for our savings that rhymes well with how we are as a person, because the best strategy is the one that you can stick to. And sometimes, if you ever been into a bull run or in a bubble and invested, you know it's so easy to get carried away. So it's good to have some grounded ideas on how you handle your money. So I think one of the next themes for me is to read up on what money is a little bit more, and I got this recommendation from Noster. It's a decentralized social media thing that I explored now that I'm reading up more on Bitcoin and also NFTs and such, like new technologies. I'm trying to learn about that, and I came around to this social media protocol. It's a protocol which is just like Twitter, but it's not owned by anyone. And I got the book recommendations from there because I started to post there about a book called Broken Money by Lyn Alden that is supposed to show us like the history of money and also why the current system is broken, where we just print money and fractal banking and such things. So I'm looking forward to read up on that. Another recommendation that I put on my to-read list is a book about Austrian economics. So if you have any suggestions there, let me know, because I don't know which one to pick, but it's one of those fundamental things that I want to read up on. Austrian economics. Right now I don't even know what it is basically, but hey, that's why it's on my to-read list, and I'm a lifelong learner, right? A last tip on books about wealth is, I'm done. Naval Ravikant's The Almanack of Naval Ravikant, A Guide to Wealth and Happiness. I really find this book very useful because it has both timeless advice and it's also adjusted to the future. and it takes technology and where the world is heading into account in its suggestions. It's one of the best books I've read in a long time. It has so much wisdom in it. I have a full review in the description below. So I've talked about broken financial systems, and maybe you're worried, but I want to end this video with a couple of books and recommendations that will make you more hopeful and strategic in these days. Because there's a lot of uncertainty down there, but do we need to get beaten down by it? No, we don't. One book recommendation that is very accessible is The Compound Effect. Being a long-term player in anything, whether it's health, wealth, happiness, the thing is, if you do something continuously, it adds up. And if you don't know about the compounding and the compounding effect, then this is a quick way to learn about it and what it can do for you. Another book that I want to recommend, I've recommended it so many times, is A Guide to the Good Life, The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy by William B. Irvine. And one of the key ideas in Stoicism is that there are two things in life. This is called the dichotomy of control. There are things you have control over and things you don't have control over. And which one should you focus on? Well, only the things that are in your control. This is one of many great ideas from Stoicism, and if you haven't read up on Stoicism, I recommend you doing it, because it has improved my baseline happiness by several points just by understanding these philosophical ideas, and this is one of the best books to get into it. Another Stoic book, Seneca's On the Shortness of Life, reflecting upon your own mortality and the finite time we have here on Earth. Could be horrifying for some people, but for me it actually makes life easier, right? Because I can do whatever I want, because if I fail within a few generations, I will be forgotten and dead, and I will be dead soon, so I might as well do it now. On the Shortness of Life is a great essay on the duration of life that concludes that life is long enough if you know how to use it. A great way to put your priorities straight. And talking about priorities and death, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware is a great book just to get your priorities right. It lists all the top regrets of the dying, what people regret when they are on their deathbed, and it's a good roadmap to find the pitfalls that you don't want to end up doing, and you don't want to be on your deathbed with these regrets. And the last one, just to give some hope for the future, is The Rational Optimist by Matt Ridley. He talks about human progress and how humans are actually really good at solving problems and challenges. We have done it before, we do it now, and we will do it in the future, even big problems. And it looks at human progress through the lens of trade and commerce. This is a great book if you think everything is going to shit, because it proves that it's not actually. It might look like it, but we can handle a lot, we humans. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these blog style videos, and let me know in the comments what you want me to cover in these videos, and what you like and what you dislike, so I can continue to improve. Have a great week and see you next time. Björn out.